Hello everyone and welcome to the episode 2 of Python Simple by me, Hamidreza Bolhasani. Okay, without any more introduction, because in the previous episode I told many introductions to you. Without any more introduction, let's go through some basic concepts in this session. In this session, I want to go through some introductory contents about Python variables. Okay, what type of variables we have and how to deal with them. Okay. First of all, as introduced to you, let's go to Google Colab or to Jupyter Notebooks. Then open a new notebook, and here go, new notebook, and let's change the name to Python Simple episode 2. Since in the previous episode we didn't share the code, so this is Python Simple episode 1 and 2. Okay, so as I told to you, this is an interactive environment, and by writing the codes here we can run them, or by shift plus enter. Okay, let's deal with some variables. Before of that, one of the most basic and easiest thing in any programming language is some output commands like print. When you want to print something in Python, really simple, you write print hello world. Okay, and it will print out this for you. Double quote or single quote is no different. You can use both of them. Okay, you see it take a little time because in Google Colab it first connect and allocate some resources to this notebook. Okay, so it will take a little time. Okay, so you see that with this you can print the output here. Okay, because we need it in the later. Okay, you see. Okay, here we go. Let's introduce the first type of variable. The first type is integers. Do you know what our integers are? There are integer numbers, this set of numbers from -infinity to positive infinity. Do you see? 2, 3, and so on. So these are integer numbers. Okay, for example, when I define a variable, in one of the good advantages of Python that I like it very much in comparison to other programming language, it is that you don't need to first define the variable, then assign some value to it. At first, without any definition, you can assign a value to this variable. For example, a equal to 12. Okay, then we can see what is the type of a with this command, type a. Okay, and we see that the type of a is integer, and as I told to you, it can also be a minus value like this. We can say b is equal to -4, and then what is the type of b? We can see that the type of b is also integer. So for example, if we want to work with this print, we can also write that print the type of a is type a. Okay, the type of a is class integer. Okay, and in the future I will tell you we can also remove this part. Okay, no problem. So this is the first thing. Let's try some other numbers. For example, we know that between these numbers we also have some other numbers, like for example 1.1, 1.5 or 2.7. So what are their types? Let's try. C equal to 1 minus 5. Okay, so what do you think about the type of C? Let's try. Yes, you're right, it's float. So another types are floating numbers. Okay, floating numbers. By the example, you could find what are these floating numbers. Okay, the name itself tells to us no more explanation. In some mathematic definition, they define it or clarified it as Q. Okay, so for example, if I also define a minus like this, oh sorry, I put a space, no problem. We can also see that it is floating. Okay, yeah, it is floating, so no matter minus or positive. So these are floating numbers. You can also see that floating numbers, what are floating numbers? A floating point number is a positive or negative whole number with a decimal point. So it has a decimal point. This is the decimal point, and it is the floating. Okay. These numbers are all floating numbers, while 91 and 0 are not. Floating point numbers get their names from the way decimal point can float to any position necessary. To any position necessary. Okay. So this is also floating numbers. We have also some other numbers, complex numbers. Do you see? Have you heard about them? Complex numbers, which define them with C. Complex numbers. There are some numbers that have an imaginary part and a real part. They consist of two parts. A real part plus imaginary. Okay, for example, 2 plus 3i. This is a complex number. It's included in the complex number set. So maybe you know all of you know, but for a reminder, what does I mean? It means the square root of -1. Okay, but in Python, how we define a complex number? Not by I, by j. For example, we say that e equal to because this is a complex number, is more beautiful that we define it, for example, C1, because it defines C previously. C1 is equal to what? 2, the same example, 2 plus 3, not I, this time j. Okay, j in the Python shows the imaginary part. Okay, so what is the type of C1? Yeah, great, it's complex. And we can see that which part of that is real and which part is imaginary. Okay. Since I want to publish some short videos like this and several, I think this is enough for the first part of the variables introduction. In the next episode, I will go through introducing more variables and some advanced part for you. Before that, please think that, or you can practice that with which command you can see the real part and imaginary part of a complex number. I hope you can find the solution. If not, I will tell you in the next episode. Okay, thanks for your time. Hope to see you in the next videos, and I hope that it would be useful and informative for you. Bye.